Hello, my name is Andrew Costello. I'm Disability Assistive Technology Officer here for the Disability Service here in Trinity College. Today I'm going to speak about the use of flashcards for your study, revision and lead up into an exams. The tool we're going to focus on today is called ANKI. ANKI is available both for Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, Android and any device or browser. So it's a cross-platform tool, hence why I do use it quite often and promote it as much as I can with students. Essentially, to get to the website, just go to Google's search page and type in ANKI, A-K-I, and it will bring you to its web link there, where from there you can install the software essentially all the way through. You can also install it from the App Store or the Android store onto your mobile device as well all the way through. Once installed, ANKI will show something along the lines of this all the way through, minus the two decks I've already added in all the way through. So in this case here, we're going to create a new deck. I'm going to call it study revision, just for, and you can call it anything you wish, essentially all the way. That's more tied to your course or revision that you're trying to do that day. Add it in here, and you can see there's nothing in here all the way through. You can create answers within ANKI essentially all the way through, but the most simplest way I've always found is to open up Excel, open up a blank workshop or work page or workbook, and put in the questions that you want to use. So in this case here, we're going to use capitals of Europe. What is capital France? And next, so that's in column A, line 1, and in column B, line 1, we put in the answer. Sure you got it right, Paris. What is the capital? Spain. Madrid. The capital. So obviously the answers and questions be more specific to your course, that your study that you're trying to do, but it's a good way to work through your notes essentially that you've created or from the lectures that you've attended, and create a question and then answer a scenario all the way through. So you have the questions in column A and the answers in column B essentially all the way through. There's no need to put in any headings essentially all the way through. From there, you save the document. Now, the only thing you need to note here when it comes to save the document, save it onto your desktop essentially all the way through, give it a name, and I call it capitals. Europe, spell it right, my help, C-A-P-I-T-A-L-S. You have to, and the important thing is that we don't use an Excel document, we use it as a CSV document, essentially all the way through. Okay, that's the note we need to put it into here all the way through. So a CSV, comma, delimited document essentially all the way through. That's the one we choose. So you can put as many questions and many answers in there essentially all the way through. Once you save it as a CSV onto your desktop or somewhere where you can retrieve it, that's fine. And then you can come back to that file and add stuff in and out to it as much as you wish throughout the time. But essentially, that's your question and answers for that module. And when you come back to ANKI, you just import that file in by going to the option to import here, finding the file, call it Capitals Europe. There it is here. It asks you there, this is the basic stuff, by what deck you want to put it into. So we created a new deck there called Study Revision. So we're going to use that one all the way through. And leave everything as its default, essentially. Hit import. You can see here we've got 3 new notes added to our file. From there, then we can open up our file called Study Revision, essentially all the way through, and it will start ask you how much time you've learned it, essentially all the way through. You can change how much time you spend on it, essentially all the way through. Give it a description if you wish, essentially get more kind of side of stuff on it. Statistics there that will show you how much you've used it, essentially all the way through and back through it. But essentially, what we're trying to get is into a question and answer scenario where it's quizzing you essentially all the way through. So by clicking on it, it opens up the deck. It gives you the question, and you would know the answer, or you would give the answer yourself. Essentially, you don't need to type the answer. In your mind, you're trying to remember what the answer is essentially all the way through, and then by hitting return, it will give you the answer. And if you got it correct, you can go, well, that's quite easy. I understood that. And then you can see here, it's going to come back to me in 4 days' time. It won't ask me the same question again for 4 days because you found that quite easy to remember. But if you found it difficult, it might ask you again in less than a minute or every 6 minutes. So obviously, the larger the deck, the more easier or the better the tool is essentially to, regardless time limits. Or you found it hard, you can see the time here. So in this case here, I'm good with this. And then it continues on with the next one. What's the capital of Spain? Madrid. And I go, yes, that's correct. That's easy. It's going to come back here. What's the capital of Ireland? Oh, I'm not sure of this. Is it Belfast? Is it London? I'm not sure of. Essentially, all the way through. You can obviously show the answer without giving an answer. You can hit return. And you go, well, I want to do that again, essentially, all the way through. So it will ask you again quickly, the next question as you work your way through. So you can also obviously export this file all the way through, and then you can re-import it into the app if you wish, essentially your mobile app that you can install it. So what I say to you here is export it and save it onto your desktop or into your cloud, essentially cloud storage, and then on your mobile device you just point ANKI it back towards this file that's on your Google Drive or your OneDrive, essentially all the way through, and you'll be able to pick up the same answers and questions options all the way through. ANKI is a great tool. I've used it quite heavily myself personally, and it's a great way to build up that revision of picture of the answer, essentially, instead of seeing a large chunk of text. If you need any questions on it or would like to meet with me, you can do by just coming back to me at askds@tcd.ie and ask to meet with me one-to-one. I'd be more than happy to meet with you and help you out with getting ANKI up and running. Thanks very much for your time. Bye-bye.